Welcome to Bible Breakdown, where we bring the Bible to life in a way that's simple, powerful, and easy to understand. Imagine standing in the grand temple of Jerusalem, where the rich and powerful proudly display their wealth, dropping large sums into the offering box for all to see. Coins clatter loudly, drawing admiration from the crowd. Then among them, a frail widow steps forward. No one pays her any attention. She reaches into her pocket and pulls out 2 tiny coins, so small, so insignificant that they make barely a sound as they fall into the treasury. To most people, her offering seems meaningless, but Jesus sees something extraordinary, something so powerful that he stops everything to make sure his disciples don't miss it. What did Jesus see in this woman that others overlooked? Why did he say that she gave more than anyone else, despite having almost nothing? And what does this mean for us today? Stay with me as we break down this incredible moment, because what happens next changes the way we understand generosity, faith, and sacrifice forever. On a seemingly ordinary day in Jerusalem, Jesus and his disciples found themselves in the grand temple courts. The temple was bustling with worshippers. Some were there to pray, others to offer sacrifices, and many to give their tithes and offerings. Positioned near the treasury, Jesus quietly observed as people approached the offering boxes, where they placed their contributions. Wealthy individuals came forward, dropping large amounts of money into the treasury, their coins making loud clinking sounds as they fell. These donations were significant in value, and many around them took notice of their generosity. The onlookers likely admired their wealth and how much they gave. But Jesus' focus was not on them. Then a poor widow approached. Unlike the rich, she carried no bag of coins, no lavish offering. Instead, she reached into her garment and withdrew 2 small copper coins, leptas, the smallest currency in circulation at the time. They were practically worthless in monetary value, yet they represented all she had. She dropped them into the offering box quietly, unnoticed by the crowd, but Jesus saw her. Turning to his disciples, Jesus spoke, "Truly I tell you, this poor widow has put more into the treasury than all the others. They all gave out of their wealth, but she out of her poverty put in everything, all she had to live on." Mark 12:43-44. This moment was profound. Jesus wasn't measuring generosity by the amount given but by the heart behind it. The wealthy had given a fraction of their surplus, but the widow had given sacrificially. She entrusted her entire livelihood to God. This wasn't just an act of giving. It was an act of complete faith. This story teaches us that 1. True generosity is measured by sacrifice, not amount. Jesus redefined generosity, showing that God values the heart behind the gift more than its size. The widow gave selflessly, while the rich gave without real sacrifice. 2. Faith in God's provision, by giving all she had. The widow demonstrated deep trust in God's provision, a lesson Jesus consistently taught. 3. A call to humility and sincerity. Unlike those who gave for public recognition, the widow's act was humble and unnoticed by many, except by Jesus. This teaches that God values sincere devotion over outward displays. Through this story, Jesus challenges society to rethink generosity. He calls for a heart that gives not out of excess, but out of love, faith, and trust. In a world that often measures worth by wealth and power, Jesus reminds us that true greatness lies in a heart willing to give selflessly. Today, this message remains relevant. Our giving, whether in resources, time, or kindness, should come from a place of genuine faith and compassion. Would you be willing to give like the widow, trusting fully in God?